All right. What is going on, guys? This is Brandon from USF1 again. Thank you for coming back. And now we obviously have the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend at the Hungaroring, basically in Budapest, Hungary. But obviously, let's get into it. The Hungaroring. It is 14 corners, 4.38 kilometers long. That's roughly 2.7 miles in length. And they're going to be going around 70 laps instead of 71 laps like we did in Silverstone just 2 weeks ago. And they'll be traveling a total distance of 306.63 kilometers. That's roughly 190.5 miles in length. There is definitely, this track overall does not promote overtaking very much, but this track is very difficult. It is very technical. It's going to be usually pretty hot here. I think they say like the average high will be 89 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. That is pretty freaking hot if you ask me. Yeah, like as I said, overtaking is extremely difficult and the weather tends to be quite hot. So the circuit is considered to be one of the most physically demanding circuits for the drivers on the calendar. You need to keep a cool head. The drivers need to cool down their body. Overall, all drivers need to drink a lot of fluid during this race, and some even wear like special venting vests because of the heat that they're experiencing. Well, obviously with these increased downforce and speeds in most of these corners, their bodies are going to be pushed to the limit. So we'll see if Hamilton will be like heavy panting on the radio again. But overall, there is a lot of visibility. Like for instance, like there's a couple hills on this circuit where visibility is low because you have like one of them's a fast left-hander bend is taken blind on entry, so drivers need to be extra alert. There's also some sausage curves in the chicane, and you have to make sure you don't hit them too hard because you will lose time rolling over them, but you do have to rub them because that is the actual racing line is going to be right there. But the cars are really wide, so they might actually have to roll over some of the sausage curbs and lose a lot of time, possibly even puncture their tires depending on what part of the race they're on. So you might again, this circuit is very challenging overall. And the final turn 14, then it's a high speed coming out of it. The drivers run onto the curves, but hitting them too hard upsets overall car balance. Like you're gonna need a lot of car balance to have the perfect traction to come off for the straight to go into turn one. It is a very critical moment. That's also where you're going to see most of these overtakes on because of the DRS zone. Unfortunately, that is how most of these overtakes are going to happen here. Yeah, hopefully we see my Haas guys get another points finish. We've had for the last 3 races, we've been in the points, whether it's been Grosjean or Magnussen, doesn't matter. We have points, that's great. Overall, who's going to win this race? Is it going to be one of the Mercedes drivers or one of the Ferrari drivers, or do you somehow think that Red Bull are gonna have an upgrade for Hungary and be one of the contenders for this race win? But we'll see. Ferrari have been on a down point. Vettel hasn't seemed to be all too competitive recently. Mercedes has been running away with it. So will it be Valtteri Bottas or Lewis Hamilton for this win, or do you think it'll be Kimi Räikkönen or Sebastian Vettel, or do you think it'll be even Max Verstappen or Daniel Ricciardo? Leave a comment below who you guys think will win this race. Personally, I think it's going to be Lewis Hamilton. Unfortunately, I'm not a Mercedes fan in general. I'm a fan of really good racing, and unfortunately, I am an F1 fan, so I am going to follow the races, of course. But it is really quite annoying to see everyone from besides the top 3 teams, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, everyone else is lapped at least once, if not twice. That doesn't really help out very much. But yeah, guys, that's all I really got for Hungary. Yeah, make sure you leave a comment below. Also, I have a Facebook page. You guys want to check that out? Check USF1. Possibly if you can USF1 source into Facebook. I have the link below in the description. Possibly drop a like on Facebook. I am on there almost daily posting stuff. A lot more often than I am with YouTube, unfortunately. Yeah, guys, I would really appreciate a like there. Possibly even, comment on some of those posts too. That would be sweet. If you guys are from the States, the race starts at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Qualifying, I don't really know the times for qualifying or practices, but the race lights out is at 7 a.m. on Sunday, and 7 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. It's usually on an NBC network. Either it's NBC Sports or CNBC. which is usually in the HD channels. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, like if you guys love Hungary. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. I'm Brandon from USF1. Peace.